Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Inshallah, today we are going to discuss chapter 18, which is talking about international relations. We are going to discuss the concept and the definition of the international relations, then the power, then the national interest, and finally keeping peace. These are the four main ideas that we are going to discuss in this chapter, inshallah. First thing, the concept of international relations. It is the interactions among states, or it is anything when we are talking about behind the state sovereignty, or anything that go behind the state borders. What that mean? We are not talking about what is going inside the states. That's why we must take care from the difference between the international relations and the domestic politics. Domestic politics is the interaction within the state. The state had what is the political system, what is going inside the state, what is the hierarchy of the authority, something like that. But the IR, or the international relations, it's supposed that all the states are equal. There is no big state or a small state, a state that have a power over the other. It's supposed to be that, but in the reality it is not the case, because there are large power or superpowers that are controlling, but supposed to be equal. They are supposed to be equal. Something related to the international relations, we are talking about something called state actor and non-state actor. We must differentiate between these two concepts very well. State actors as Egypt, US, Germany, what does the state do? What is her relations? The reality or the nature of this state, what's going inside it, mainly concerned with domestic politics, or what is going inside the state. But when we talk about non-state actor, they are institutions, but they can affect the political scene, as the UN, as the Arab League, international NGOs, international organizations, different parts of that. Also, there are an important organizations that you must take care that they are non-state actor, yet they have a great effect and they play an important role in the political scene, as القاعدة مثلا. هي non-state actor, yet it has a great effect in the political scene. Even the international firms and factories like Pepsi or Microsoft, they can affect the politics and the political scene. We considered it international relations. The IMF can be considered as international relation, whether you agree it is ethical or not, legal or not, as long as it can affect politics. So it is, we consider it international relations, and this effect, of course, outside the borders, behind the sovereignty of the state. So this is an important differentiation, to know that there is a state actor and non-state actor. This non-state actor can include all the organizations, NGOs, firms, factories, anything that can have a great effect in the political scene. Then this is international relations. Then we go to the second concept, which is power. Power is the basic element of international politics. طب what is the difference between power and force? Power is more general, but force is the physical or military factor. Power بقى include military forces أو military factors, economic, political, cultural, and also contain the physical factor. There is also something we call as soft power, which is the media. The media can mainly be a real power. يعني an important example to the media as a power is قناة الجزيرة. قناة الجزيرة بالنسبة لقطر هي من أهم نقاط القوة اللي عندها، لأنها بتقدر to change the public opinion، تقدر توجه الناس لحاجة معينة، تغير الكونسبتس الأساسية اللي عند الناس. فالميديا is considered one of the soft and very effective type of power. Okay, this is in the power. Then there is something that I forget in the power, which is the geographical strategic power. Mainly when we talk about geographical strategic power, we must consider Egypt as an example. The unique geographical area that the state have make it have a power. يعني الموقع ذات نفسه بيخلي الانترناشنال ريليشنز بتختلف، لان انت ليك موقع متميز بتقدر تعمل حاجة. دول العالم كلها لازم تكون على وفاق وعلى طريقة كويسة معاك، فعشان كده ده بيخلي الدولة اللي ليها موقع جغرافي متميز عندها باور زيادة عن أي دولة تانية ما عندهاش الموقع المتميز ده. الكاريزماتيك leaders give a state a power. population give a source of power. That's why in China the high number of population gives them power. يعني لو حد يعرف الجيش الصيني في أعداد رهيبة، بيكون طبعا source of power، رغم انه مش بس military كمان، يعني يمكن الجزء الميليتري بيخوف أكتر، بس هي ك number of population عالي can be considered as a great source of power. Also education, health, technology and development is a source of power. All of that is the power that can affect the international relations. Then we are going to the third idea in this chapter, which is the national interest. National interest is what good for the nation as a whole in the world affairs. يعني في دولة معينة بتشوف مصلحتها فين. أنا مصلحتي إني أتعامل مع الدولة التانية دي إزاي، سواء دولة مثلا من دول الجوار أو دولة سوبر باور مثلا زي USA، هتعامل معاها إزاي. مصلحتي إن إطار التعامل والريليشنز اللي ما بيننا تكون عاملة إزاي. The political system is the one who define the national interest. يعني لما جينا نقول مثلا الإخوان المسلمين هيتعاملوا بطريقة مع the US غير اللي مثلا كان مبارك زئارة بيتعامل بيها. يجي مثلا ناس تانية يساريين يتعاملوا بطريقة تالتة خالص مع USA. This is the national interest. The political system see what is our interest from this state or that state or this organization and make our national interest. In Mubarak's era, he was keeping his eyes on the Israeli conflict, the Arab-Israeli conflict, and he didn't take care of the economy or anything else. This is the national interest. He sees that the borders with Israel is very important and we must take care. Other president take care of another thing. So the national interest is in the hand of the political system. The fourth idea in this chapter is keeping peace. Keeping peace. Inside the keeping peace we have 5 parts, which is world government, collective security, functionalism, third-party assistance, and the last one is peacekeeping. The world government هي UN. He act as a world government. We cannot consider it as a real government, but all the superpowers is really connected with the UN, because مثلا the 5 states that has permanent seats in the UN, which are US, China, Russia, UK, and France. All of them have the permanent seats in the UN, and they are considered as the real government that control. And these superpowers inside the UN, we can consider them as the world government. Okay, this is the world government. The second part is the collective security. Collective security هي a group of states that want to maintain their security. The most very important example for that is the North Atlantic Treaty Organization اللي هو حلف الناتو. حلف الناتو want to maintain their security. So they established what is called NATO to maintain this security. They don't work well because they only work for themselves. So they make their effect not in a very good way. The third part is the functionalism. Functionalism is like زي ما بنقول كده بالعربي سياسة التطبيع. In to create economic relations, like مثلا a trade area, or to build the infrastructure, to exchange something with another states, to make the relations between these two states is normal. This is what we call functionalism or سياسة التطبيع، وان احنا نشيل الخلافات او كده ونخلي الموضوع economically وماشي طبيعي بدون اي مشاكل. دي الفانكشناليزم. The fourth part is the third party assistant. Third party assistant, it means a third state that interfere to intermediate between two countries and prevent a war between them. This country or this state must be trusted by both sides, so it can achieve what it needs to prevent a war between these two conflicting states. The fifth part is the peacekeeping. Peacekeeping is زي قوات حفظ السلام، بتبقى دايما موجودة على ال borders of the states. Also it may be coming from the members of the UN to observe the situation between two nations or two conflicting borders. This is what about peacekeeping. There is no further information on that part. This is all about that. I hope يعني ان انا اكون فدتكم بحاجه. هو البورت ده الدكتور ما شرحش فيه كتير اصلا، هو جزء صغير، يعني كل حاجه عليها معلومات صغيره مش بتفصيل قوي. يا رب تكونوا فهمتوا وبالتوفيق. شكرا لحسن الاستماع، والسلام عليكم ورحمه الله وبركاته.